Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. This is overall blockchain news, has to do with remittance and settlement. And Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, and South Africa are launching a joint CBDC pilot. Um, it's going to be a prototype of shared DLT platforms, enabling institutions to settle cross-border transactions using CBDCs. And no, this does not include a crypto. It has nothing to do with cryptos, and it is settlement. It's not just payment. It'll be pretty much instant. So I think the future is going to have a lot of things like this. And I think some of the more exotic corridors will actually need the crypto bridge, but the non-exotic ones, I think they'll link with projects like this. So it's called Project Dunbar. It's actually built on Corium, which is a private version of Ethereum. And it's a joint collaboration between central banks, including Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, and South Africa. This is from Cointelegraph. I will link the article in the first comment, and I'll pin it. And it will prototype shared platforms enabling direct transfers between institutions using digital currencies issued by multiple central banks. So it's a direct transfer using CBDCs with no middleman. The pilot findings will be used to inform the development of global and regional platforms, in addition to supporting G20's roadmap. I think if this is successful, eventually with all countries issuing CBDCs, I do think all the major corridors will actually be handled by something like this. It's going to be carried out in partnership with the BIS, or the Bank of International Settlements, and they'll engage multiple partners to develop different DLT platforms to explore different designs that would enable central banks to share CBDC infrastructure. But remember, this is all being built on private Ethereum Corium. It's not exactly good for Ethereum because, the private version doesn't really interface with the public version. So a joint announcement emphasizes the efficiency savings associated with distributed DLT-based payments, stating these multi-CBDC platforms will allow financial institutions to transact directly with each other in digital currencies issued by participating central banks. So I think there's just going to be in the future, there's going to be a large liquidity pool of CBDCs, and they will be basically able to directly swap with each other. This is what I've been saying all along. It's not going to be that different from going to a foreign exchange window with actual money. There's going to be a lot of liquidity pools, and because of that, you're just going to be able to swap with each other. There's not going to be really that much counterparty risk at all. The assistant governor of the Reserve Bank of Australia highlighted that enhancing cross-border payments has become priority for international regulatory community. Obviously, with CBDCs, they are going to be highly regulated. So this is actually exciting news for the industry. Blockchain is taking more center stream. Like I said, using a private version of Ethereum called Corium doesn't necessarily make coins like XRP or XLM obsolete or anything, but they will probably be, like I said, always, they will probably be more restricted to the more exotic corridors, being the middleman, because those corridors will just not have enough liquidity, and they might actually need a third party to provide liquidity, and that's where Ripple or Stellar or Telcoin or whatever comes in handy. But through a lot of the major nations, there's going to be a liquidity pool of CBDCs, and this is just the first pilot into that. I do think this is kind of like the future of international finance or international transactions. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.